Now, as I introduced you to Beinat and the brewery he's brewing for, Gross Brewing in San Sebastian, it's time for a beer from this brewery. The beer is already open. Which beer it is, which beer style, we talk about this in 6 seconds. Hey, hi, welcome to another edition of Probier.at, tasting beers around from Germany, Austria, Europe, and all over the world. And I'm welcoming you here from my little man cave right in the heart of Vienna. My name is Martin and I'm tasting for you these beers. And I introduced you earlier this day to Beinat, the head brewer of Gross Brewing from San Sebastian in Spain. And he introduced me to one of his beers, but I felt really the need to try another beer, and I picked their sticky hops IPA. It should be a classic West Coast IPA, and when you look at the technical data, it says 6% ABV, only barley malts, hops and yeast being used. The hops is Mosaic, Citra and Warrior, quite classic hops, except the Warrior hops. And the IBUs, the bitterness is quite impressive. It has 85 IBUs. So yeah, I already poured this beer already for my friends from my German channel, but I will do a little repour and we'll see what we are getting here. And this really looks quite classic. It has a nice deep golden color, has a fine foam on top, 1.5 fingers thick, nice intense lacing on the glass. Look at this, it's impressive and really good carbonation visible inside the glass. So let's check the aroma. Oh, it's a nice fruitiness, as you would expect from a West Coast IPA. We have some white wine grapes, loads of citrusy, a little bit of grapefruit, grassy hops, and there is a tiny little bit of resinous already coming through. So let's dive into this one. Cheers. And as I got it from the aroma, it's starting really fruity. We have the white wine grapes, we have some grapefruit, a little bit of acidity going on, a little bit of resinous, of course. We had this already in the aroma. But it has a nice, decent malty backbone, some caramel with this, some spiciness also in the back, and we have some really intense spiciness like a green pepper, not too much, but a little bit. Really nice. And of course, we have 85 IBUs. Let's talk about this one. Yeah, it's bitter. Yeah, it has grassy hops, but it's not really tasting like 85. Let's say it's more or less like 50, 60, but 85, the numbers are really high, and it's not that intense, but still, if you're a hop lover, if you like bitter IPAs, this is definitely one for you. Talking about the sweetness, this beer is rather on the drier side. It's not dry to the bone, but it's a rather dry one, which contributes to the bitterness and the presence of the hops, which I really like. And if you like those kinds of IPAs, again, this one is definitely one for you. Surprisingly, the body is rather light. Still would say it's a medium sized body, but definitely on the lower end of the medium scale. Medium carbonation, rather average, and a slick texture, and yeah, really goes down very easy. It's I wouldn't say a thirst quencher, but still, I can imagine drinking this beer on a hot summer day outside. This is quite a good summer companion. And the finish, as I mentioned before, it's getting a little bit drier, which contributes to the bitterness. Bitterness gets a little bit more present. We have a little bit of warmth from the alcohol, some caramel going on, but not too sweet, as I mentioned before, and a little bit of an acidity in the finish. And yeah, it starts to be a little bit of astringency. So yeah, really nice finish. a really nice West Coast IPA. And this is what I always tell my friends when you talk about complex beers. A complex beer doesn't need to be too fancy. It can be a very, very basic beer to the classic beer style like an IPA, and there's no need for anything kinky. You can just nail the style and that's it. And therefore, the Gross Sticky Hops IPA of Probier TV, I will give it 4.5 out of 5 for the Sticky Hops by Gross Brewing from San Sebastian in the Basque in Spain. So if you like my beer reviews, please do not forget to subscribe here. If you have any comments, use the comments box below, and then tune in tomorrow when we have the next beer review, possibly here on the channel. So keep your eyes open. See you tomorrow. Cheers and bye-bye.